and welcome back to the railway. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to say a massive thank you for the support that I got with the last video, the hard standing using modelling clay. The video has done very well and brought in a large number of new subscribers to the channel. So I just wanted to say a massive thank you and welcome to the channel for all those new subscribers. And with it being the 50th episode of the Austin Valley Model Railway next weekend, I was going to have a special running session with viewer request locos and rolling stock. So if you have any locos you really want to see going around with a certain set of coaches or certain set of wagons, just please let me know down in the comment section below and I'll make sure it's in the video. But let me show you now what's coming up. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my progress with ballasting. Now as you can see here I've already started, and this section here is all glued down, just as this is the first bit I wanted to do. I've also checked all of the points that I've glued round and they all move perfectly fine. All I need to do now with that section is check the electrical conductivity of the rails, make sure that there's no dirty spots or where glue's stuck on top of the rails, so I'll just get those cleaned up. And then after I've done that, it's then ballasting this section here, just around the side of the hard standing up there, and then I can start working my way around this side here. So my aim for this video is to at least get from here to here. That's kind of what I'm hoping to get done. We'll see how it goes. I just thought I would show you my thought process for ballasting the layout. So this video, as you will have seen, was titled Phase 1. And in Phase 1, I aim to ballast the section that you can see highlighted on screen now. Phase 2 will involve ballasting around this highlighted area of the layout, which will be around the other section of the hard standing area in between the tunnel entrance or exit, depending which line it is, and the bridge where the branch line crosses over. Phase 3 will involve ballasting these sections of the layout highlighted on screen now, which will be the entrance or exit to the station area, but stopping before I get to the platforms, as I want to remove those to do what will then be Phase 4, and then that will take me all the way through the main section of where all the platforms go. Phase 5 will involve ballasting the incline section on its way to the branch line station, and then Phase 6 will then be me ballasting the branch line station. So I've now ballasted from just before the tunnel mouth entrance all the way up to these points here, so the glue is still wet there, just needs to dry off, and you'll see that the rest of the section there I've done has now also dried as well, which I've now done around the hard standing area. So yeah, it's just waiting for this to dry off now. Again, I'm using the same PVA mix. That's roughly where the tunnel portal is, so you can see I've ballasted. So I've got quite a bit further now with the ballasting. So as you will have seen from earlier clips, I've done this section. I've now done all the way up to here. And as you can see, it goes all the way into the tunnel mouth and a little bit further in, as you can see there. All I need to do now with this section to make sure it's up to my standards is to go across on some of the sleepers. There's some loose bits of ballast like that bit there, if I just chip that off. So gradually I'll go through that and reveal all of the sleepers so it looks neater like it does on these tracks here. So I'll just do that with all of these tracks and those tracks around there, and I'll show you how that's looking. I've been busy getting this ballast sorted, and I've now gone all the way around the corner here up to the points that lead towards the entrance of the station, and I've just ended it there. I've put some blue tack blobs over the holes where the dropper wires are heading down, just to prevent any glue from dribbling through. So yeah, I've got this ballast down temporarily at the moment. This hasn't been glued yet on. You can kind of see there where the line of it has been glued, but I've then only done the inside and the outsides of the rails, and I'll show you now. This is how I've been ballasting, just using this lid from a pencil sharpener just to collect some ballast and use it as a scoop basically, to then just drop it on top of the rails, which then helps keep it neat, as I use the advice of Ewan not to use the ballast spreader, and I agree this is working much better doing it gently like this. And I'm then just using my finger then to wipe off the ballast from the tops of the sleepers, as you can see there, and then I'll just then use my finger then to dab the ballast down so it smooths around the edge, rather than it being kind of basically just blending it downwards towards the cork surface, which eventually that bit of the cork will be covered with grass and other bits of scenery. So about half an hour later now I've ballasted the other side of each rail, and all I need to do now is use the water and washing up liquid mix to spray over this and then add the PVA too. And then it'll just be letting it dry over the course of the next couple of hours and days. So since the last section of clip that you will have seen, I have now glued all of the ballast down, and that's just using my handy green spray bottle to spray the ballast first, and then using the PVA water mix with the pipette just going along and getting all that glued in. So that's now had overnight to dry. As you can see, it's all solidified. So what I'm going to be doing now in the next couple of hours is I'm going to be making sure that all of the points move, cleaning along all of the sleepers so there's no bits of ballast like there is here on top of the sleepers, so just neatening it up. And yeah, just see how it goes. As you can see at this section over here, I've managed to get the ballast right up either side close to the walls. I was a little bit worried that with the amount of glue that was along here that it was going to soak up and damage the card on either side, but it looks perfectly fine and I don't think it's going to be a problem. So I'll just get on with that and I'll show you how it's looking. So as you can see here, there is some ballast on one of the sleepers. So all that I do to remove this is just use this little pick tool here that I've been using for quite a lot of different things, and simply just scrape it off like that. And then what I'll then do afterwards is I'll then go along with the hoover, or vacuum, whatever you want to call it, and I'll then hoover up all of these then loose bits, and then afterwards it then gives me a nice finish like you have seen over here with these tracks. So I'll just get along with doing that because you can see there's a few bits just scattered around. These tracks have gone a lot better than some of the other ones, so there's not as much to take off and clear off. But you can see as well, I'll also do the sides of the rail. I'm just trying to get that in view. There we go. There's a couple of bits there that are a bit difficult trying to do this one-handed while holding the camera. There we go. So then it's just clearing off all of those bits that are on there, just making sure that locos and rolling stock won't derail on anything. So I'll get on with doing that. I've just got to go all the way up there with it, and I'll show you how that's looking in a bit. While I think of it as well, I'm also clearing off these bits of loose ballast that have gone too far off from where I want the ballast to go. So those are all going to be cleared up, and then once that's all done, I can hoover up this area as well, and I can start thinking about gluing this hillside in that runs along here. So there we go, it's taken its time, but as you can see, I've now tidied up all of the ballast going over the sleepers, so it looks a lot neater now as you're looking down at the tracks. I've also just placed these hillsides back in just for the running session that will be going on later in the video. My plan is to glue these in at some point in the next couple of days, and then I'll then use some paint or something to then seal over any gaps, and then hopefully I can then start with putting some grass down to then start having the first bits of greenery on the layout. But anyway, so that's the end of today's video, with now phase 1 of the ballasting complete, right the way through to the tunnel mouth here and the TMD over there. So if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider giving it a like and indeed subscribing to the channel. Don't forget, subscribing is free. If you want to be notified when I'm uploading any videos, just click on the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. So once again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.